Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Carl. I'm a recovery coach here at Capital Recovery Center. This is our Freedom Fridays meeting for the day. The article I have here is 9 ways to cultivate a positive mindset. We'll hop into it. So they have some key points here. So the positive mindset includes positive oriented thoughts, beliefs, values, and attitudes, which are key factors for your well-being. Some tips for building a positive mindset include focusing on strengths and positive qualities and practicing gratitude and self-comparison. Self-compassion. Some other strategies include shifting attention away from negative thoughts by taking a cold shower and trying to think of the best case scenarios. So the number one here is focus on your strengths. Many of us focus on the things that are wrong with us, the things we're not good at, or the things we failed at. But if we want to cultivate a positive mindset, we're better served by focusing on our strengths. This shift in focus can help us feel more positively about ourselves. Yeah, that's one thing that actually kept me in active addiction, right? It was like the positive mindset that I had about the world, about people, and about myself. Negative self-talk was a key factor for me. What was I telling myself? I'm not good enough. I was always focused on the negative things, my failures, what I believed, and it came down to like I was drug induced. I was always intoxicated, so my perception and my mindset was not positive, and it wasn't good, right? So when I got into recovery, I had to break that out, like stop focusing on the negative, right, and focus on what the here and now, and focus on the positive things in life. Because there's always a negative and positive, right? If we keep on focused on the negative, that's where we're going to stay stuck. And that's what was happening to me. I stayed stuck in negative, and when you stick in negative, you usually get negative results. So I had to break out of myself and focus more on the positive things in life, and I start to change and grow through my recovery. It says here, number 2, practice gratitude. Gratitude is about more than just saying thanks. It's about searching for things to be grateful for every day. We might practice and strengthen this skill by writing a gratitude list or a gratitude journal. After some time, our brains will get better at recognizing things to be thankful for. I like that. I always say I'm grateful for even the not so nice things. Like we all can be grateful for the good things, right? But are we so grateful for the not so good things? And that's the positivity things. Like I try to search through the negative stuff and focus on more of the positive. And sometimes we don't see it when we're in certain situations and we're in the moment. We don't see the positive, right? When we on the other side of things, we can see why certain situations played out the way they did. And that's what sticks, where we say stay in position, right? Stay positive, stay in position, and it's going to work out the way it's going to work out. That's where hope and faith and trusting and believing comes into play. We can always put principles in these negative areas to help us and guide us through our recovery. And gratitude is a big thing. I'm just grateful. I always say I'm grateful just to wake up, right? I'm grateful just to be alive. Some things I used to take for granted, things that, because listen, I always say life is too short. It's like here today, gone tomorrow. I think as soon as the month start, right, it's already halfway over with. Like, where's the time go? And like, we only have one life, and we have to like really focus on what we doing today to better our lives. Stay grateful. Number 3, focus on your positive qualities. Ask yourself, what makes you who you are? Are you strong, detail-oriented, resilient, or something else? Make a list of all your positive qualities. Reflect on these can help you more easily focus on the good parts of yourself. Yeah, we all have like defects, a character, right? And we all have assets. And since I've been in recovery, I have my assets have grown, right? And day to day, my defects can shrink or they can grow also. But I know that I am getting better in recovery. Thank God I'm not getting no worse. The first step is putting drugs and alcohol down, and the rest will come. As long as you put work in and work on yourself, I've seen changes in myself. I've seen changes in other people. Um, that perspective has changed, right? Um, I'm a lot more positive than I ever was. So, like, when we're clouded with drugs and alcohol, man, our positive mindset is not focused on the good things. It's always focused on what's wrong. Um, and it sucks staying stuck like that. It's hard to break out of that cycle of negativity. It says number 4, practice self-compassion. Our inner voice often tells us everything we are doing wrong, but it can sometimes forget to remind us about what we are doing right. That's why cultivating self-compassion can help you improve our mindset. Practice self-compassion by taking a few moments to treat yourself kindly, carefully, and gently. Yeah, treat yourself with compassion. Because for me, like I used to beat myself up. I always say I'm my worst enemy. Right? Nobody else can beat me up more than myself, and that stays true. Um, because I can always like you're not doing this or you're not doing this good enough or you're this, and I'm not like focused on like what I am doing good in life. You can go down that rabbit hole of negativity. And like when you get that tunnel, we call it tunnel vision. Like if I'm so focused on the negative, like I'm overseeing the positive, right? So I have to stay more I have a positive mindset to uh to be good in myself, to be good to others, to be a productive member of society, right? So I have to remind myself, I've done it before, right? Like this is about the world and this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, and I'm like focusing on all the negative things. But my sponsor tells me like there's a lot of good in the world too, but sometimes you can get sucked into the negativity, right? But I don't stay stuck. That's where like the recovery process changes you, right? Like I can have these negative things, right? But I don't stay there. I can like let process and let go. Let's see here. This is a good one. Number 5, practice self-care. Part of developing a more positive mindset might involve cultivating the belief that we are worth taking care of. We're allowed to have breaks to feel good, and engage in self-care by taking better care of ourselves. We might think about ourselves in more positive ways that help us to have more positive experiences. Yeah, self-care is very important. Um, that's one thing I didn't do for the longest time, self-care, right? I was always damaging myself with drugs and alcohol and many other things. Um, Today, like I take care of myself, and that can look like, you know, showering, right? Brushing my teeth. So going to the doctors, getting blood work done. Taking time when I need it, right? Not always going on the go, right? I'm not like the last on the list of things to take care of. 'Cause you have to take care of yourself. You really do. Like if not, that's the first thing you can lose if you don't take care of yourself. Because we can get sucked in other things, work, and our personal relationships, family, friends, the world, whatever the case may be, right? And then we're like, what are we doing for self? And one thing I like doing for myself, self care, is I go fishing. That's one thing I love. I love fishing. Right? You have to find what self care is for you. Right? There's things you have to do for yourself because you don't want to burn out. You can keep going on the go, and then like you're just now at the end of the week, like what, just totally beat. You have to take the time. You have to take the time and really take care of yourself. So number 6, shift your attention. It turns out we have a negative bias that makes it easier to focus on the negative than focus on the positive. Practice shifting your attention by internally but gently moving your mind away from negative thoughts. If your mind is going down a rabbit hole and you're rummaging on something bad that happened, put the brakes on those thoughts by going for a run, taking a cold shower, or focus on the details of an object in the room. These strategies can help short circuit your negative thoughts and help you focus on the positive. It's the second time I said something about a cold shower. That's funny. So it's like shifting your attention. It's saying like keeping the focus off of the negative. And that's awesome. We like talked about a little bit gratitude. Like when we're stuck in this negative headspace, right? Go to your write some things that you're grateful for, right? It's like, yes, I'm in this spot right now, and these emotions and feelings don't feel too good. I'm stuck in this negativity, but like we have to break ourselves of that. We can't stay there, you know. And I always say, man, listen, I can see, I got my hearing, I can breathe, right? I have all my limbs, stuff like that. I took for granted for, and I have to remain grateful and like shift my attention from the negative to the positive. And sometimes it's just hard. It takes practice. Um, like I said earlier, I'm even like grateful for the not so good things, right? Because I have self. I have good, decent coping skills, right? So when these things come up, I can cope with them a lot better than I did ever, you know. So shift your attention, whatever that, you have to find your niche. You have to find what your go-to is so you can keep the focus off and keep your attention on something that's positive. It can be anything. So number 7, be more optimistic. Practice optimism that about how something might turn out better than expected. Try to image the best case scenarios or focus the ground on the good things that may happen in the future. This shift to optimism can help you have more positive expectations, which can lead to all sorts of good outcomes. Be more optimistic. So try to like just see where the good can come in. Be and I have to get better with that. To be honest, I have to be more optimistic. Like sometimes my projection can be not so good, right? So I have to like hope for the best and hope for a better outcome of things when I really don't see it, right? When I just see how my perception and things are going to play out doesn't always is true. Um, I have to remind myself that just be more optimistic and hopefully and hope for the best. It says number 8, try loving kindness and meditation. This type of meditation involves generating loving and compassion first toward yourself, then toward close others, then toward strangers, and then toward all living beings. Doing love kindness meditation can help you get better at creating loving thoughts. So try loving kindness meditation. Um, that's something different that I never heard of. I've done some meditation, but like loving kindness meditation, that's something different. Um, but I look at it as loving kindness meditation is for yourself. You know, take care of yourself. And I've seen that through this article. It's a lot about self, right? Because if I'm good, everything else is good. You know, so I have to change my mindset. I have to have better coping skills. I have to be more positive, not focus on a negative, and not stay stuck in the negative. Keep my focus on what about moving forward through life, and stay positive through it. So number 9, set meaningful goals. Setting meaningful goals, long-term goals, can help us gain clarity on what really matters to us and what we want to achieve. So we may feel more meaningful connected to what we do. When setting meaningful goals, be sure that your goals fit fit core values to ensure you're focusing your efforts on what matters to you. So set meaningful goals. When I got in recovery, like some of my goals were like getting my license, getting my own house, just things I never had when I got in recovery, right? And like it was just nice to get a key to my mom's house when I got in recovery, right? Um, but like it, my goal setting, right, is getting like bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And one of my meaningful goals right now is getting my GED. I'm like, the only thing left I had is math. And so I keep trying. I keep trying, right? Setting small goals, long term goals. But I try, I keep things that I set goals that are obtainable. I don't set unrealistic expectations on goals that I'm not going to reach. But like I learned in recovery, like sky's the limit. I can, if I put my mind to it, right, and I set a goal, I can achieve that goal as long as I put the work in. And I can have some help along the way, right? I can definitely have some help along the way. But like if I'm not willing and committed to setting these goals and achieving these goals, it's not going to work. I can have the help, right? But if I'm not committed to it, it's just not going to work. So like I achieved a lot of goals since I've been in recovery. Like some of the things that I think about is like, wow, I you know, I gained these things, but like no wonder because I stick and stay, and I didn't use, and like I kept moving forward no matter what. Whatever life was throwing at me, right? I stayed in position, and I let my emotions and feelings pass, right? Because before I would suppress my emotions and feelings with drugs and alcohol, right? I would just keep stuffing drugs and narcotics in me, man, and like it just I was not feeling no type of positivity. It was sucking the life out of me, and so I set goals that I can achieve today. It can be short term goals, long term goals, and but I don't set unrealistic goals. You know, but yeah, that was our Freedom Fridays meeting for the day. That was 9 ways to cultivate a positive mindset. And my name is Carl. I'm a recovery coach at Cap Recovery Center. Until next time, we'll see you later.